Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy held another round of talks with President Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, and son-in-law, Jared Kushner, in Berlin this morning as the Trump administration pushes to secure an end to the war with Russia. For more on this, I'm joined by CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer, who's following all of this from our London bureau. So, Liz, another round of talks. Are we getting any closer to a breakthrough?
Perhaps. It was a pretty quick session today in Berlin, 90 minutes, but yesterday they went for 5 hours. There are certainly no breakthroughs, but the mood music's been encouraging. Yesterday, President Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, said there was a lot of progress, and it was echoed by Finland's prime minister, who told an interviewer that at this critical moment, he called it negotiations were closer to a resolution than at any time in the past almost 4 years now. There are three main parts to any prospective deal. Territory, of course, how much Ukraine has to cede to Russia. Security guarantees, which really means what promises Ukraine's allies, and that includes the United States, will make to defend it if Russia should attack again. And reconstruction, what money will be made available to rebuild Ukraine. And if Russia gets its way, to rebuild Russia, too. It's claiming that it needs help, even though it did start the war. On those security guarantees, Ukraine had wanted to be allowed to join NATO, but that's one of the reddest of red lines for Russia. So President Zelenskyy has shifted on that. He's now saying Ukraine will give up its aspiration to join NATO, but wants individual countries bilaterally, like one-on-one, to come to Ukraine's defense if Russia does attack again. As for substance, we don't know what the latest draft of the possible deal contains, or whether one of Donald Trump's proposals has survived, that is to make the area on Ukraine's eastern border that Russia has occupied a free economic zone. It has a lot of precious metals, including lithium, so it could turn into a big business opportunity for American investors. Once today's talks broke up, there wasn't a sort of a resume of what had been achieved, but we do know that President Zelenskyy is continuing to talk with the Europeans. He will probably address us all publicly later this afternoon. And then, of course, there's no telling, assuming they reach some kind of a deal at this negotiation table, how Russia will react. And that, of course, is a crucial step, but we're not there yet.
100%. You hit the nail on the head there, Liz. Thank you very much, friend. Appreciate it.
Pleasure.